Alright, and welcome back to my Astro Imaging Journey channel. Chapter 3. So the subframe, wow. Chapter 3, the subframe selector script, not the process, the script. This is part of my daily routine, post session routine, where I'm just looking quickly at the data that I acquired the night before, and is it good data or bad data? Just a quick look at it. So we're going to come up here, we're going to go to script, batch processing, and subframe selector. If you notice, we have process, all processes, subframe selector here as well. So in this particular case, I'm using the script as opposed to the process. So we're going to add our files, and I'm going to come over here to the pinwheel galaxy. Go into that Blink Good, and there's all the files that we just put in there from Blink. We're going to select them all and click open. Your image scale, your camera gain, make sure this is right for your setup. We discussed how to get some of these values previously, so I'm not going to rehash that. And the rest are defaults with the exception of the expression, which I really don't use anymore, but it's still there. And then the output, I'm going to select my approved directory that I have created for approved files. Any rejected files, I'm going to put into the junk folder. It doesn't mean they're bad. It's just we didn't like them for some reason. So now I'm just going to click measure, and we'll be back when it's done. One thing to note, if you notice, it says processing subframe 1, and then we will come to the next one, and subframe 2, and then the file name. We know there's approximately 70 files, so we'll be able to just keep an eye on that value and see how far along we are in the process, or rather the script. Alright, we are at image 70. Let's see if that is our last one. Yep. Apologies for the ruckus in the background. The boys woke up with plenty of energy. The boys meaning my dogs. So we're gonna go down here to table, and what I'm looking at is pretty much this column here, the full width half max. And our lowest value is 7.5, so the 10s can probably stay. But just to demonstrate, what I would do is, let's say 10.5. So all those I don't like. So the 10.5. Let's say I don't like anything above 10.5. This particular case, being 7.5 is my lowest, it's probably okay. But on this target, but for this video, we'll say it's not so good. So we just uncheck them. That rejects them. Anything with a checkbox is approved. We double check Pinwheel Galaxy, double check our folders. Yep. And then we just output. And it moved them over there pretty quick. And that's it. Cleared out. Dismiss it. Yep. That was it in a nutshell. So at this point, anything in the approved folder, I've blinked, I've used SubFrameSelector. I'm generally happy with that data. That also gives me a good count. So when I go to the session tonight, I can say, well, I want 240 total frames. I have 112 in my approved. Let's say 120 in my approved folder. That means I need 120 so I can update my sequence for that target to be 120 or 130. Go above so that if I do have to throw out a couple, I'll have extras. Do what works best for you. And then next, we will actually get into processing the data. And it's going to start with creating our master bias. And from there, we will go into the super bias, but we're going to break that up because we're going to try to keep this one process / script per chapter. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, ring that bell, and I will see you in chapter 4 for creating our master bias.